Everyone, and welcome to Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. We're glad you could be with us for the Nick and Emma Guerin Memorial Night. They are the folks responsible for this racetrack that opened it in 1979. A lot of hard work and effort went into it, and we sure do appreciate it because, of course, we're still here enjoying it tonight. We run in their memories. Before we go racing, we ask that you please rise. We also appreciate your patience as we took some extra time to get the bottom of the track running a little better. With us tonight to sing our national anthem, part of the Blue Crew, we welcome Kristen Love. Kristen?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job, Kristen. We thank you very much. Thank you. Good job. 3 heats, 10 laps each for your Hoosier Tire Mid-Atlantic late models as they come off the 4th turn. The green is out. Miley with the lead into turn 1 and 2. Kowanek follows him to 2nd. Bradish is 3rd. Then it's Rayberg in 4th. Niederreiter to the inside of Gellner moving into 5th. Bradish challenging Kowanek for 2nd. Big lead for Red Miley with George Kowanek trying to track him down. Scotty Pelt starting to move forward in car 77. He started at the back of the pack. Picked off 3 cars in the last 3 laps. He's putting it right up against the wall. Your leader, Red Miley, at the halfway mark. 5 down, 5 to go. Kowanek 2nd, Bradish 3rd. Rayberg in 4th. Niederreiter runs 5th. And it's Gellner and Peltz. Lance Elson to the inside of Bob Mosky, passes him off at turn 2 down the back straightaway. Peltz goes to the outside of Gellner into 3 and 4. Peltz now moves up into position number 6. 3 laps to go. Jared Miley, your leader. George Kowanek second. Lou Bradish third and Brent Raybergen fourth through 1 and 2. Miley starting to lap cars around the 38 of Nollinger. Coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go for Jared Miley, your pole sitter. Galusi Chevy H1 heads down the back chute. More than a straightaway lead over the 5 of George Kowanek. Comes off of 4. And Miley will win it. Jared Miley, your winner. George Kowanek second. Lou Bradish third. Brent Raybergen fourth. Dennis Niederreiter fifth. Scott Peltz sixth. And then Gary Gelder, the last car on the lead lap. He had won 2 weeks in a row before finishing second here last Saturday. Jared Miley, your points leader of Dave Johnson. 10 laps, the second of 3 heats. Off of 4 they roll. The green is out. It's Wade with the lead. Barbara quickly to second. Ferree is third. Banal moves to 4th. Atala is 5th as they head into 3. Keith Barbara takes the lead at the end of lap 1. The Triangle Benefit Service is 17. Wade is second, Ferree third, Banal fourth, Atala fifth, Beck runs 6th. Now Atala going to try the high side of the 0-2. He's been very fast up top this year. Banal dives to the inside of Ferree, tried to take third. Meantime, Atala's coming on the outside. He'll swing by Banal and almost take Ferree into turn 3. Dave Johnson sees the black flag. Banal almost spins the car, saves it in turn 4. Some guys running down there in the mud have thrown a lot of water on the racetrack. Some guys are hitting it and sliding. Your leader, Keith Barbara. Dave Wade second, Atala third, Alex Ferree fourth. Tommy Beck is 5th. Then it's Corey Conley and Pete Reck, Mark Banal and Leo Stadelman. Halfway for Keith Barbara. He's running an open motor car. Wade and Atala in spec motor cars running second and third. Almost a straightaway behind Barbara. Tommy Beck by himself in 5th. Two to go for Keith Barbara. Dave Wade second. Now Atala third and Alex Ferree fourth. Oh, Leo Stadelman in the 21 saves it. Caution is out. Coming off of turn 4, the green is out. Tommy Beck's trying to slide into 4th. He got Ferree and Bernal to his outside as they head down the back straightaway. Bernal, who was up in there early and then slid over in 3 and 4 all the way to the back of the field, is back up to 4th now on the T8. Ferree is 5th and Beck is 6th. Itala to the inside of Dave Wade for 2nd. This is the final lap. The Triangle Benefit Services 17 of Barbara is going to win it. Itala will slide into that 2nd spot. He'll get it by a car length over Wade, but all 4th, Ferree 5th, then Beck, Conley, Pete Reck, and Leo Stadelman. 32. We've got 30 here, so if they all are able to, they'll all start tonight's feature event. The green is out. Baker and Geisler head off into 1 and 2. Down the back chute, it's still Baker. Geisler 2nd. Miley trying to move into 3rd. Jimmy Lepero on the high side pulls alongside of Keith Rodriguez for 4th. Rodriguez moves up, a little contact there. It is Baker, your leader in the Farm Used Auto Parts, Richard Construction 0. Geisler 2nd, Miley 3rd, Lepero 4th, Rodriguez 5th. Mike Johnson now moves to 6th in the 2J. Baker is your leader down the back straightaway. Geisler 2nd, Miley 3rd, Lepero 4th, Rodriguez 5th. This is the halfway mark, 5 to go. Good battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th between Lepero, Rodriguez, Burgoon, and Johnson. We've got a car spun in turn 2. Scott Gunn in the 14G. Scotty Gunn in the 14G parked off the inside of the 2nd turn. Caution out for the West Mifflin Collision 14G of Get Her Done Scott Gunn. Get out of here later tonight. That is on Speed live this evening. Green is out. Baker's still your leader. Geisler going to give him heck on the outside. Miley's down low. We got a battle royale down the back straightaway. But wait a minute. We got water all over the racetrack. Somebody got down in the water there coming off of 4, and it's all the way up the racetrack. Asphalt one night and dirt the next night here in western Pennsylvania. Wait a minute. Little jumbled up, and now we're going. The green is out. Baker still leads. Geisler still 2nd. Miley is 3rd. Geisler going to duck to the inside here. A little wet down there. You got to be careful. Baker still leads. Geisler pulls alongside in turn 2. We got a battle down the back chute. The West Virginia Rim Rider and Lynn Geisler going at it here. Side by side through 3 and 4 off of 4. Baker close to the wall. Geisler takes the lead. Miley is third. Brandon Burgoon has moved up to fourth. Mike Johnson trying to take fifth as Baker tries to get back under Geisler into three and slides in there with the lead. And now Lynn will try to duck back under him. Hey, we got a heck of a race going on here. It's Geisler in front. You can bet those guys are loving every minute of it. Two tough veteran competitors going at it around the Monster half mile at 100 mile an hour. Not a bad way to spend a Saturday night on the ragged edge. Mike Johnson, Scott Gunn, and Keith Rodriguez have got their own battle going on behind them for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Geisler's lead grows now in the Cochran Automotive, Balea Oil, Groff Tractor and Equipment 1C. Here comes Miley to the inside of Baker, challenging for second. Burgoon's right there in fourth. Checkered for Geisler, Baker, Miley, and Burgoon. Mike Johnson fifth. Jim Lepro sixth. Keith Rodriguez seventh. Brian Tank, Daniel Angelicchio bring the field to the green, and off they go. A pair of crate late models, crate engine late models up front. Brian Hank and Daniel Angelicchio. Mike Pager Jr. moving into third. Hank in front, Angelicchio runs second. Brian Tank, the Bachman Trucking, Hughes Custom Graphics, 28-year leader over the Brooks Automotive. New Stanton Auto Body 14 of Angelicchio. Lucon is now third, Pager fourth. Angelicchio goes for the lead, and he's got it coming off of turn 4. Kyle Lucon's got the momentum on the outside in the 1. He'll pass Brian Hank for second. Rocky Kugel now moving up to fourth. Mike Pager Jr. runs fifth in the 09. Three laps are down. Angelicchio, your leader by just 2 car lengths over Kyle Lucon. Less than that now as they race into 3. Daniel Little sideways in 4. Lucon rolling on the outside will move by for the lead at the halfway mark. Three wide for 6th going into turn 1. Steve Beatty, Pete Laurie, and Mike Pager Jr. running down the back straightaway in the middle of the pack. Jimmy Kudas, who started in the back, has moved to 4th in the 1K. The Eisminger's Pennzoil Speed Bear Fasteners 1 of Kyle Lucon, your leader, with 2 laps to go. Daniel Angelicchio second, Brian Hank third. Kudas fourth, Kugel fifth, and Laurie and Beatty. They're side by side through 1 and 2. Steve Beatty able to make the pass in the AEC group. Beatty Welding B4 for 6th. Through 3 and 4 one more time here for the checkered flag from Burgettstown. Kid Kyle Lucon, your winner of heat race number 1 in the Brockers Machine Shop crate late models. Daniel Angelicchio second and steaming. Like the radiator hose or something let loose there right at the finish in the 14. Hank was third, Brian Hank third, Jim Kudas in the 1K fourth, and Rocky Kugel in the 7 fifth. Green is out. The midway missile, Daryl Charlier has the lead, but not for long. Scott Shemp goes by on the high side. Shemp in front. A lot of work on the 75 car. We said Scott won his heat last week, but then got in a wreck in the feature, so they've had a lot of work to get the 75 back out here. He's running in the fast lane right now. Looks like Daryl Charlier in the 12. I don't know if he's down a cylinder or what, but he seems to have no straightaway speed in that 12 car. He goes through the turns, but then he just sort of dies coming off. Right there, he's got no straightaway speed at all in the 12. Not running up to his normal snuff. It's still Shemp in front, Colasar second. There's a lot of turns on this racetrack, so if you can go through the turns okay, you're talking about half the racetrack. Daryl's still third. He's got Bill Westlake now to the inside as Russ Colasar tries to take the lead away from Scott Shemp. Both of those cars are crate-powered rocket chassis. Crate engines, the GM crate motors. Another crate motor, Jason Ryder, slides into third in the 76. Westlake fourth, Charlier fifth, Josh Holtgraver is sixth. Then Laura Lucan, Brad Westover, and Chuck Medved. We are past halfway. Daryl Charlier looks like he's going to go to the pits. The Midway Missile is going to the pits. That moves Josh Holtgraver into fifth in the D&C Auto Body 00. Jason Ryder's come a long way in the 76. He's closing in on the front two with a lap to go here. The Kofko's Auto Service, Dave Wade Auto Service 76 is third and charging. Laura Lucan starting to pressure Josh Holtgraver for fifth. The Froggy FM, Frontier Steel, ARL 27C of Russ Colasar will win the second heat race. Shemp second. Jason Ryder third, Bill Westlake fourth. Josh Holtgraver gets fifth in the 00. Kevin Miller, your 4M, the leader. Bruce Drystad of the 18 is second. The 4J is Jimmy Plants. Tom Martinick in the 65. 13 is Sean Dumhoff. And Brock Mosky has spun out on the front straightaway. He gets her going. Atta boy, Brock. You better get going in a hurry. Caution is out. Yeah, it's just not. He was trying. Green is out. Bruce Drystad is your new leader in car 18. Tom Martinick now second. Kevin Miller is third. Miller had the lead. He's now trying to get back around Martinick for second. The caution is out again, and it's the second time for young Brock Mosky, and that'll be it for Brock in this heat race. And the green is back out. Bruce Drystad, still your leader out of West Homestead. in the number 18 car. Who's going to lead now? It's still Drystad in front. Martinek second. Miller third. Sean Dumhoff is fourth. Jimmy Plants in the 4J running fifth. Here goes Tom Martinek scooting by for the lead into turn 3. Betts in the 8 looked like he was putting some water or something out on the racetrack. I think he was black flag, but I don't think he saw it. Joe Betts in the 8, who had been black flagged, spins around to bring out the caution. He had a big lead and just big enough. Green is out. Martinek in the 65 leads. Bruce Drystad in the 18 second. Dumhoff on the 3-wheeled machine is third. Kevin Miller in the 4M runs fourth. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Allegheny Wilderness Outfitters, Bongiorni Auto, 65 off Tom Martinek out of Washington, PA, is the leader. And he's got a lap to go to the checkered flag. Bruce Drystad second. Kevin Miller trying to take third from Dumhoff as they exit turn 2. Checkered flag waving for Tom Martinek. Bruce Drystad will get second. Sean Dumhoff third. Kevin Miller fourth. Jimmy Plants fifth, and the 48 of Denny Nakutis. One more heat race for your Miley truck rental E-Mods. Off of the 4th turn, the green is out. Mike Bassage leads. Daryl Charlier quickly to second. Chris Bassage now in the 71C on the outside of Vince LeBoon, moving to third. Charlier trying to close in on Mike Bassage. Chris Bassage coming hard in third. Who's going to be fourth? It'll be the 74 of J.J. Bambichrider. And to fifth comes the 0 of Kerry Gasser. Chris Bassage in the 71C trying to pull alongside of Daryl Charlier, the Midway Missile for second. Kerry Gasser now the 0K, lots of forward bite down the back chute. She slides into 3 and takes fourth from J.J. Bambichrider, the 74. Mike McKeon to 33 off the pace and headed to the pits. And we got a spinner. Jared Dumhoff in the 1 car spins around. McKee not able to get into the pits anyway. Caution is out. 4 laps are down and 4 to go. That number, take your program down to the Speedway office. 743. If you have that number inside the back cover of your program, there's still more available down at the gift shop if you want to have a chance at the second test drive. Good race going on here. Here comes Carrie Gasser in the zero case. She got down too low into the mud. She'll slip coming off of 4. She was challenging for 3rd. She finds herself in 5th. Mike Bassett still your leader. Daryl Charlier closing in a hurry on the backstretch. Chris Bassett is 3rd. Then it's Bama Trider and Gasser. Carey now back into 4th. Watch Daryl Charlier come off this second turn. He is closing in a hurry on Mike Bassett down the back chute. Bassett will slide up, and here comes Charlier to the low side as they switch lines. 1 lap to go, 1 to go. Chris Bassett now gets out of the groove in turn 2, and Carey Gasser's to his inside down the back straightaway. This is the checkered flag lap. Final heat race for the Miley Truck Rental E-Modifieds coming off of 4. Mike Bassett is going to win it. Daryl Charlier 2nd, and Chris Bassett just getting 3rd over Carey Gasser and J.J. Bamitrider. Good one. Mike Bassett wins it. Green is out. The big Chevy of Bill Robertson slides into the lead. Craig Kamaker in the 72 has other ideas as they race down the back chute. And here comes Bobby Hyman, the 92, back into it. The Danimals right there, the 67X. Kamaker down low. He's got the lead into 4. Who will have it coming off of 4? It'll be Robertson in front by Carling. Bobby Hine 3rd, Danny Rich 4th, Bob Schwartzmiller is 5th. Craig Kamaker with the lead again into turn 4. He's still got the lead by a car length at the flag stand. Russ Volpani in the 86, a problem in turn 4. He continues on, and the green is out. It's Kamaker in front of Bill Robertson. Robertson now going to try to slingshot to the inside of Kamaker into 3. Bobby Heim sits 3rd. Danny Rich is 4th. Eight laps is this race. 8 laps. Danny Rich 4th, Bob Schwartzmiller 5th. Russ Volpani is going to head pit side in the 86. Don Bowerly pitting in car 22. Kamaker still your leader. Bill Robertson 2nd. Danny Rich now moves into 3rd in the 67X. He's going to try the outside of Bill Robertson into 3. Slick up there, and the Danimal will do a loop-de-loop. Bobby Heim, nowhere to go, gets a piece of the action as well, but keeps on going. Caution for Danny Rich in the 67X. Guy from West Virginia likes Lynn Geisler. Guys from Pennsylvania like Steve Baker. And he's from West Virginia. Hold on here. Oh, your leader breaks. Craig Kamaker had the lead, but he doesn't anymore. As soon as this race is done, I want to have you pull a number here, all right? Bill Robertson's back in front. Kamaker's going to go to the pits. Robertson leads. Schwartzmiller is second. Bobby Heim third. Danny Rich fourth. Mike Vaughn in the 39 is fifth. One more lap to go. I'm blocking your view. You can't even see the race. Well, Danny Rich spun, and he's charged his way back up to second. Bill Robertson's Mad Custom Exhaust, Imperial Tire Moto, Schwartzmiller Ground Mains 1B will get the win. Danimal second, Schwartzmiller third, Bobby Heim fourth, and Mike Vaughn fifth. It will be Jake the Snake Simmons leaving turn 2 as your leader. Steve Webb in the 27W up high. Nick Kachuba the 10 down low. Kachuba to second. Look out. Betts in the 8. Will spin around. Robert Betts out of Moon Township. I think I said West Sunbury earlier. Moon Township, the hometown. And he goes around. Caution is out now. Caution is out. We do have a lap in. Test drive winner, our second for the Toyota Camry test drive. Green is out as Jake the Snake leads the field into 1 and 2. Nick Kachuba still second in the 10 car. Pat Hanley up to third. Hanley was here for the Red Miley Memorial Race and had a good run that night. Regularly runs up at Lernerville. He's got the big tires on there. They run a bigger tire than we do here. They're legal tonight. Simmons by just a car length over Kachuba. Hanley third. Joe Anthony has moved to fourth. Steelers are now leading 9-0. 9-0 Steelers. Halfway, 4 to go. Nick Kachuba tried to take the lead away from Jake the Snake. That's not an easy thing to do at Pittsburgh here in 2007. Jake with 5 checkered flags on the season in feature action. Joe Anthony third now. Pat Hanley is a close fourth, and Steve Webb fifth. 3 laps from the checkered flag. Still Simmons. Hanley to the inside of Anthony. Looks like Hanley will be scored in third that lap. He had the advantage by a nose at the flag stand. Joe Anthony gets back by him in turn 2. One lap to go. Jake the Snake Simmons and the Rumors Show Bar. Simmons window cleaning, 68 action. The Colonial Beard, Clarence Javron, 10 of Nick Kachuba. And Simmons is going to win it. Kachuba's second. Anthony gets third. Hanley fourth. Steve Webb is fifth in the 27W. and Mitch Waddlett and Robert Betts. Amateur stock heat races are ready to go next. Kurt Bish in front of Jared Weiland. Tony White's got a problem with the 76. Here. Now he's going again. And he's going again to the pits. Halfway. Tony White in the 76 is finally going to go to the pits. One lap to go. Checkered flag for Kurt Bish. Jared Weiland second, Brian Hutchko third, Derek Stefanik fourth, and Mike Topek is fifth. Butch has definitely got him coming to a slow start here. The green is out. Look at him go. He knew what he was doing. Lewandowski in front, but the singing sensation is on the prowl as he hums the melody off the second turn. He's your leader. Oh, Butch moves up in front of Jason Herniak, and the John Deere Special comes by. We got him beating and banging here on the front chute. Look, Butch is going to the pits. Maybe not. He's going left in a hurry there. I thought he was trying to get to the pits. Davey Lee still your leader. Herniak is second, 10 and third. Then it's Butch Lewandowski and John Hatless. As we come to the halfway mark, remember, the amateur stocks and the young guns are getting points tonight. Coming to the white flag, Davey Lee. Herniak second, 10 and third, then Lewandowski and Hatless. Davey Lee, your winner. Jason Herniak second, Bill 10 and third. John Hatless fourth. Butch Lewandowski unable to get the 58 to the finish. Will drop out on the final lap.
Coming out of turn 4, Todd Janis for the green flag. 39 of Tyler Fox moves up to second. 3 wide going into turn 1. Dusty Curry in third. Sean Graham dropping back in the 77 car. Third place in the 9, or the fourth place in the 9R, Michael Reft. Todd Janis leads lap 1. Dusty Curry up to second place coming into turn 1. Tyler Fox in third in the 39 car. And fourth is the 9R of Michael Reft. Dusty Curry in the lead, Todd Janis in second place. Then a drag race into turn 1. Tyler Fox on the outside, Todd Janis on the inside. Michael Reft is up to third. Dusty Curry leads lap 3. Tyler Fox in second, Michael Reft in third. Fourth is your defending champion of Rich Mason the third. Fifth place is the 88 of Todd Janis. And sixth is the 08 of Alec Broniszewski. Seventh place is the 77 of Sean Graham. Dusty Curry leads another one, with Rich Mason up to the third position. Coming out of turn 2, the 23 of Rich Mason the third on the inside of Tyler Fox for the second position. Michael Reft makes it 3 wide coming into turn 4. Rich Mason up to second place, but Michael Reft wants in. He's on the inside of the 23 of Rich Mason. It's a good battle for the second place with Michael Reft and Rich Mason. Tyler Fox in fourth. Fifth place is the 88 of Todd Janis. Sixth is the 08 of Alec Broniszewski. And seventh is the 77 of Sean Graham. Alec Broniszewski up to fifth, passing Todd Janis. 1 lap to go. Checkered flag waves for Dusty Curry. Second place is the 9R of Michael Reft. Third is the 23 of Rich Mason. Fourth is the 39 of Tyler Fox. Have a round of applause for your winner, Dusty Curry. No matter where you start, you seem to get to the front.
Yeah, just pushed the point a little bit. Got bumped a little bit, but car handled all right. Just no matter what, just handled all right.
Who'd you like to thank?
West Mifflin Collision, 5-star tire, Curry sign decal. Just everyone that helps out with the car. They've been great all year helping out no matter what happened.
Well, Dusty, you won again.
Just got lucky again. I thought Mike was going to get me on the start, but found a little hole and pushed it.
Well, every week, Dusty Curry gets the front in his West Mifflin Collision Mighty Mouse 8 car. Let's have a round of applause.
Looking good off of 4. They're on the accelerator, and the green is out. Off of turn 2, it's Baker in front. Atala close to the wall, brings it down. Kowatic and Geisler get by. Down the back straightaway, here they come off of 4. It's Steve Baker, your leader. George Kowatic is second. Lynn Geisler third. Jimmy Lepper with a problem in car 6. Caution is out. Caution out. Caution is out. Jim Lepro in the 6. Scott Gunn in the 14G, and it looks like Lance Elson in the blue 17. We do have a lap in right behind him. Then it's Miley and Barbara. Bradish and Benall. Green is out. Baker still in front. 3 wide for second, down the back straightaway. Miley, Kowatic, and Atala. Miley to second. Atala third, Barbara fourth, Kowatic is fifth, Benall's up to sixth, Wade is seventh, Miley eighth, Bradish ninth, and Mike Johnson is 10th. Jared Miley challenging Steve Baker for the lead. Miley down in the mud going to turn 1. Tries to show his nose to Baker on the inside into 4, and Jared Miley will take the lead. Long way to go. Sal and Barber continue their battle for third. Mark Bonanno alongside of George Kowatic for 5th. Benall slides into 5th. Kowatic spins the car. Ben Miley collects him in turn 4. Caution is out. George Kowatic spinning up in turn 4, and Ben Miley with nowhere to go is caught up in it as well. He is quickly in the pits in the Calusi Chevy 99. And green is out. Baker slips a bit on the restart, but all jumps quickly into third. Atala on the outside to close on Miley. Bradish moves to 4th, and now it's Keith Barbara in 4th as they head into 3. Miley down low, Atala up high as they race off of 4. Keith Barber around Mark Benall for 3rd. Miley still down low. Atala with momentum up high. We've seen these two cars work in similar grooves much of the season. Miley on the inside, Atala on the outside. Off of turn 2, Atala's got the momentum. He pulls alongside of Jared on the back straightaway. They almost hit if they didn't. Very close. Atala gets too high that time, close to the wall. He'll drop back several car lengths. Barbara 3rd. Steve Baker now around Mark Benall for 4th. Bradish is 6th, Burgoon 7th, Johnson 8th, Peltz is 9th, and Dave Wade runs 10th. Tala trying to close back in on Jared Miley with Barbara coming along for the ride in the 17. Now it's Tala closing back in a hurry down the back straightaway. It's a fine line up on the high side. Miley and Barbara able to work the low groove, but Tala closing within a car length as they head into 1. Baker off the wall. The West Virginia Rim Rider catches the wall in the 0, and Tala takes the lead. Tala is your leader into 3. Your leaders catch the back of the field. Miley to the inside off of 4. They're side by side. It's Tala in front by car length. 25 laps, or actually 30 laps to go. Lap traffic here. Dave Johnson running the high side, and Jared Miley gets the lead back, or does he? Yes, he does, into 3. And Tala will dive underneath Johnson as well. Here they come into 4. Keith Barber gets around Dave Johnson as well. Miley moves up a groove as they get around the 21 of Gellner and the 38 of Nolinger. Baker 4th, Banal 5th. Burgoon trying to work under Bradish for 6th. Jared Miley had the lead, lost the lead. He's got it back now, and it grows a couple of car lengths. Down the back straightaway, Tala closing back in. More lap traffic ahead for your leaders as they race into 3. In 4, Tala with a run on the outside as they come off the corner down the front straightaway. Miley moves up, contact into 1. Miley off the wall. Tala's got the lead. Barber to 2nd. Miley's got damage on the front end of the race car. And caution is out for the H1 of Jared Miley. Here they come. Tala, your leader. Green drops. Barbara goes to the bottom. Tala off the top. Tala still your leader. Barbara, Baker, Banal, Bradish, Peltz, Burgoon, Rodriguez, and Beck. Brandon Burgoon moving forward in the 17 car. Down in on the inside of the racetrack. Keep your eyes on Jared Miley as he tries to charge his way from the back. Tala still in front of Barber and Baker. Bradish and Banal going at it wheel to wheel down the back straightaway for 4th. Then Burgoon and Peltz, Beck and Rodriguez. Tala hitting his marks on the outside of the racetrack. Bradish 4th now, Banal 5th. You know what? Jared Miley's passed a lot of cars already in the H1. He's hoping for some more cautions. Keith Barber trying to stay within striking distance of Tala as they close in on the back of the field. 2 former track champions, your top 5 positions, all former track champions here at Pittsburgh. Tala twice, Barbara once, Baker once, Bradish twice, Banal twice. Burgoon is 6th, Peltz 7th, Rodriguez up to 8th, Beck is 9th, Brent Raybergen runs 10th. It's Dave Wade, Steve Banal, Jared Miley's up to 13th already in car H1. Dave Wade pitting in the 76, Wade to the pits in the 76. Things are tightening up out in front as Keith Barber tries to track down Awatala. Brandon Burgoon to the inside of Mark Bernal trying to break into fifth. Off the low side and 2 down the back straightaway. More traffic ahead. Barber on the inside trying to pull alongside of Atala. Baker splits 2 lap cars off of turn 2 by himself in third. Caution is out. 21 car, Leo Stadelman. Leo Stadelman in the 21 up in turn 3. The Just Poured Concrete Foundation's 21, who's got 2 or 3 wins already this year in the crate late models, deciding to run with the late models tonight. Well, that is what Jared Miley was hoping for, as he has worked his way back to about 11th or 12th. Tala's won 2, Barber's got 1, Baker's got 1, Bradish has 2 track championships. Off of 4 we go. Green is back out. Keith Barber on the inside of 1 and 2 with a burst of speed. Slides up the racetrack. He's got the lead. Mike Johnson back on the Speedway in the 2J. Barbara up high is your leader. Atala second. Baker and Bradish battle for 3rd and 4th. Burgoon is 5th. Here comes Keith Rodriguez in the 29 on the outside of Mark Bernal trying to move into 6th. Barbara leads. Bradish now to 3rd. Baker drops back 1 spot to 4th. Baker tries the inside of Bradish for 3rd down the back chute. Jared Miley continues to move up into the pits again as the 2J of Mike Johnson. Baker back to 3rd, Bradish 4th that lap. Burgoon 5th, Rodriguez 6th, Beck 7th. Miley is up to 8th, Bernal is 9th, and Brent Raybergen runs 10th. Keith Barber leading, Awatala 2nd. Barber running a low line in and a high line off in 3 and 4. Going in much higher in turn 1 than they had been earlier, trying to use up a little more of that racetrack, running primarily right in the middle groove. Scotty Peltz has good run ends as he goes to the pits in car 77. Peltz pitting in the 77. Barber down on the inside that time. 15 laps to go, 15 to go. The triangle benefits. Patoka Trucking, Forbes Field Garage 17 trying to hold off now. The CNC Self Storage. American Environmental Services. Todd's Auto Body 02 of Todd's. Renzia, run by Awatala. Like Mark Bernal is going to pit in the T8. Bernal into the pits here in the T8. Off of 4, Barber lapping Dave Johnson in the 6.9.7. He extends the lead, 13 to go. Baker 3rd, Bradish 4th, Burgoon 5th. Rodriguez 6th. Jared Miley now to 7th in the Calusi Chevy H1. Barber hits his mark again off of 4, lapping the 38 of Gary Noldinger, and the lead continues to grow. No lap traffic right now between 1st and 2nd, and 11 laps to the finish. Traffic ahead for Keith Barber as they head down the back straightaway. Awatala going to try to close the gap here. Barber's got some decisions to make as they're inside and in the middle in front of him. He will lap the 9, or try to lap the 9 of Pete Reck, unable to do so yet. Awatala trying to close back in. Barber around Reck, and now he's got Ben Miley's 99 right in front of him down the back straightaway. Off of 4. Oh, close racing in front of Barber, just gets by. Steve Benall and Ben Miley close their off of 4. Alatala trying to close back in. Barber finds an opening on the inside of that second turn, and there he goes down the backstretch. Now 3-lap cars between he and Alatala. The best race right now is for 5th. Brandon Burgoon, Keith Rodriguez, and Jared Miley down the back straightaway. Miley to the inside of Rodriguez trying to move into 6th. Burgoon is still 5th. Bradish is 4th. Miley into the 6th spot. Keith Barbara pulling away in the late stages of the Nick and Emma Guerin Memorial. Trying to win his 11th career late model feature here in Pittsburgh, and the biggest of his career here. 5 laps to go. Keith Barber by a straightaway over Alatala. Steve Baker still 3rd. Back to Lou Bradish in 4th. Brandon Burgoon is 5th, and Jared Miley a close 6th. Miley coming from the tail after leading this race at one point. As the race has gone on, Barbara's cars not slowed down. The lead continues to grow. More than a straightaway now. Jared Miley challenging Brandon Burgoon for 5th. The 2 Cal UFPA soon-to-be seniors race down the back, shoot into turn number 3. Miley will slide by for 5th. Burgoon is 6th now. Rodriguez 7th. Tommy Beck 8th. Only 8 cars on the lead lap. Keith Barber is flying. 2 laps to go. He's won here in his own car. He's won many in Phil Lucon's cars. He won in Todd Sorenzia's car. Caution is out. It's not over yet. We got a wreck over in turn 2. Gary 38, Gary Nolinger in the 07 of Brent Raybergen. It'll be a 2-lap shootout. And remember, folks, no lap cars. Laps cars go to the back. Barbara dominant there the last third of the race. We'll see what happens on the restart. You never are sure. Here they come, zigging and zagging. Everyone looking for some extra bite. Jared Miley splits Baker and Bradish into 1. Off of 2. Baker gets his turned on the outside, almost 3 wide for 3rd down the back straightaway. It's Barbara pulling away into 3. Tala 2nd. Baker up high, Bradish down low, Miley in the middle off of 4 for 3rd. 1 lap to go in the Nick and Emma Guerin Memorial. Baker shows some sparks as he got the car to turn that time in 1 and 2 on the wall, but look at him pull away. The triangle benefits. Patoka Trucking 17, the Forbes Field Garage entry. Keith Barber is your Nick and Emma Guerin Memorial winner. Atala 2nd, Baker 3rd, Bradish 4th, Jared Miley 5th, Rodriguez 6th, Malik 7th, Beck 8th, Burgoon 9th, and Ben Miley 10th. Well, here he comes out of the car, folks. Have a nice hand for Keith Barbara, your winner of the Nick and Emma Guerin Memorial. All right, here he comes. Congratulations, boy. I tell you, that was a heck of a race you guys had going on there, and then this car just took off.
Oh, yeah. We ran American Racers tonight. We took a gamble, and I think those guys will be pretty happy tonight.
I would think so. The first half of the race, your thoughts? Because, I mean, it was anybody's race there for a long time, it looked like.
Yeah, I seen Jared and Alatala going at it there pretty good, so I just figured I'd just cool off and wait for the last 15 and pick up the pace a little bit.
you looked like you were very good on the bottom, but then when you got the lead, you moved around a little bit.
I knew Al was running the top, so I figured I'd take his line away and try making him go to the bottom. I didn't know if he could go there. I knew I had a backup plan. I could go back to the bottom again. Pretty neutral car tonight, so
Al out here to shake his hand. That's good.
So I'd just like to thank Dumbhoff Race Engines. They got me back on track again, and I'm glad to be back in victory lane.
Were you worried at all with the caution with 2 laps to go?
A little bit. I didn't know what the tires were going to do. These tires are a little bit different from the Hoosiers, so I just didn't want to get them sealed up and spin the tires on the restart.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Hey, I'd like to thank Patoka Trucking, Triangle Benefit Services, Rain Group Racing Tours, Coolbert Collision, Moses Electric, my pit crew, my wife. She couldn't be here tonight. Chuck, he always comes every week. My dad, my parents. Man, it's been a rough 2 years, let me tell you.
All right, Keith Barbara back at the winner's circle at Pittsburgh gets the $3,000 first prize tonight. And Brian Hoffman in the 15H. Jim Kudis, your leader. He, of course, was the leader at one point last week. Jason Ryder second and diving for the lead into turn 2. Russ Colasar is third. Daniel Angelicchio fourth. Bill Westlake fifth. And Kyle Lucon, Brian Hank, got Shemp running together. Jason Ryder by a nose, maybe. And now he takes the lead by a couple of car lengths on the bottom side of 1 and 2. Here comes Colasar to the inside into 3. Whoa, he slides up in the middle. Jason Ryder driving down the back straightaway to 3 with a nice advantage here. He is really going through the turns, almost flat foot in that race car. Just as fast through the turns as he is down the straightaways. Daniel Angelicchio now challenging Russ Colasar for third. This will be lap 5, 15 to go. And Ryder is pulling away. Kyle Lucon moves to 5th in the 1. Kid Cal up to 5th, dropping Bill Westlake to 6th. Scott Shemp is 7th. Steve Beatty 8th. Brian Hank and Daryl Charlier battle for 10. Look at Ryder go. Jason has a couple of wins this year, but none since June the 9th. He's trying to change that in a big way. Daniel Angelicchio moving into 2nd in car 14. Angelicchio up to 2nd. Kudis is still 3rd, Colasar 4th. Good race for 3rd. Jim Kudis trying to hold off Russ Colasar as your leader Jason Ryder has caught the back of the field, lapping Chuck Medved's 83 into turn 1. Colasar now 3rd, Kudis 4th, Lucon 5th, Westlake 6th, Charlier's up to 7th, Beatty is 8th, Shemp is 9th, and Rocky Kugel is your 10th place car. And here comes your leader Jason Ryder charging off the low side of turn 4. Jason Ryder continues to motor on, lapping 2 more cars through 3 and 4. We're past halfway. Here comes your second place car, Daniel Angelicchio. He is more than a straightaway behind Ryder. Colasar third. Lucan is now fourth. Kudus has dropped to fifth in the 1K. Mike Pager Jr. pitting in the 09. Pager Jr. to the pits in the 09. And your leader, Jason Ryder's off the pace. Something has broken the rear end of the 70. You can, and has shifted. The rear end has shifted under that car. He's in the pits, and that puts Daniel Angelicchio in front in car 14. The Brooks Automotive Group. New Stanton Auto Body 14 is your leader. Caution is out. We've got debris on the racetrack. Apparently, whatever broke underneath Jason Ryder's car is laying in the racetrack up in turn 4. Something in the rear end of that car breaking, and he just, wow, talk about the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. He was gone. Well, he has one career win here in the limited late models many, many years ago. Green is out. Keep your eyes on Kid Kyle on the outside. Lucan to the outside of Angelicchio down the back chute, and he'll take the lead. And the Eismingers, Pennzoil, Speed Bear Fasteners 1. Those crate cars can be tough in the turns. Lucan still leads. Angelicchio second. Colasar third. Charlier fourth. Kudus fifth. Rocky Kugel up to sixth in the 7K RT. Now Russ Colasar trying to take second away from Angelicchio. Five laps to go. Second, third, and fourth closely contested into one. Steve Beatty slowing down in the B4 car. Steve Beatty in the B4 trying to go left to the pits. We got a car stopping here on the top side of the race. Still going. That's the 28 of Bryant Hank. He'll cross the racetrack. Plenty of damage on the right front of his car. I don't know that he'll be able to get it. Oh! Caution is out. It may be a break for Daryl Charlier. We'll see. I think the caution may have been for the 28. Yeah, caution's for the 28. That's a break for Daryl Charlier. Just to go. Kyle Lucan brings the field to life. All right, Rocky Kugel's got cautions out for the 15 of Brian Hoffman. Turn 2 will be the same lineup. This week is their big one, the Jook George Memorial. Green is out. Lucan came up and Colasar was there. A close battle. Lucan, still your leader. Colasar trying to Angelicchio for second and does. Now Angelicchio dives to the inside. He's pushing up. Colasar's on his outside as they come off of 4. 4 laps to go. Those guys racing so hard behind Kyle, it'll be hard to catch him. Daryl Charlier now with a run will pass Daniel Angelicchio for third. Colasar to the inside, closing ground in a hurry on Kyle Lucan. Off of 4, it's still Kid Cow in the fast lane. 3 to go. 2 to go. Daryl Charlier tried to take second from Russ Coldesar. The Eismingers Pennzoil Speed Bear Fasters, one of Cal Lucon, continues to lead. This is the final lap. Charlier to second. Charlier, who started 18th, a little zig and a zag. He'll end up second. Coldesar's slide job will net him third. Daniel Angelicchio fourth, Kugel fifth, Laura Lucon sixth, Beatty seventh, Westlake eighth, Moats ninth, and Holtgraver 10th unofficially. Without that restart there in the middle part of the race, did you have a chance?
I don't think I had a chance. I don't know what happened out front. All I knew is Jason was out there, and then I saw him pulling in a pits down in one. Then I knew that I had to make a move on the restart because Angelicchio and Coldesar were both, I mean, I was with them, but I couldn't catch them, and I was just hoping to make it stick on the start.
Well, you made the move, and then after that, it looked like, things went your way.
After that, the car seemed a lot better, and I started driving around the ruts instead of trying to get through them, and it seemed like it worked a lot better.
People you want to thank?
Eismingers, Pennzoil, Speed Bear Fasteners, Rocket Chassis, B.A. Malcuit, and especially my dad, because every day he's down the garage working on the cars, and if he's not working rocket stuff, it's on the cars, talking. We talk about what we can do. Every Sunday right after church, we go home, talk about what we could have done the night before to make it better. And we just keep working, and it's starting to get fun.
Well, that's good. Big one next week.
Yeah, it's real big. I'm hoping to come home with one, be the third one for Lucon RevFab.
All right, Cal Lucon, your winner tonight in the Brockers Machine Shop Crate Late Models. No start, no start. Oh, boom. That always happens. Green is out. This time we got to go. Kerry Gasser will take the lead in the Gasser chair. Chestnut Ridge Park Stainless Machine 0K, and look at her go. Chris Bassich into second. Kevin Miller is now third. Daryl Charlier fourth. Mike Bassich and Sean Domhoff battle for fifth. Charlier on the outside trying to get by Miller for third. Down the back chute into turn number 3. Oh, here he goes. She leads with 2 laps down and 13 to go. For her first feature as a mom. She's hitting her marks right now. She's got that car working perfection off of turn 4 on the inside of the racetrack. Second place tightening up a bit, and here comes Mike Bassich in the 71M under Kevin Miller for 4th. It's like the 13 of Sean Domhoff is off the pace. He was running up there around the 5th spot. Sean Domhoff, a former track champion himself here at Pittsburgh, limping down the back straightaway trying to get into the pits. Looks like he'll make it. And we got a car spinning in 1. It is Brock Moskey. Car 3. Brock Moskey in the 3 over in turn 1 brings out the caution just 3 laps down. Green is out. Green is out. Oh, it's the J.J. Bamage Rider 74 going around on the front stretch. Green is still out. Caution is out now. Mike McKee pitting in car 33. Green is out. Gary Gasser still your leader. The Midway Missile is second. Daryl Charlier, he's going outside. He loves the top side, and look at him go. Gary's got a lot of forward bite in that car, though, tonight as she gathers it up coming off the inside of the turns. Mike Bassage running a right smack dab in the middle of the 71M. Gasser comes up a little groove or two. Bassage is right on her tail into second. Caution is back out. This time it's the 8 of Joe Betts and the 3 of Brock Mosky again. I think Brock was a victim that time. Jared Dumhoff in the 1 is in the pits. Whoa. Bamage Rider and Ted Beaver come together. It's still Kerry Gasser, your leader. But Mike Bassage is taking up the chase now. Bassage going to try the high side. Gary's still hitting her marks down low. Charlier third. Chris Bassage and Kevin Miller side by side for fourth. Well, she is really good on the inside through 1 and 2, but the momentum coming off the outside makes it tough to stay in front from the inside. We got a long way to go. This will be lap 6, 9 more to go. Still Kerry Gasser in the Gasser chair, Chestnut Ridge Park, 0K. The Blairmont Mechanical DFG Excavating 71M of Mike Bassage right on her tail, and Daryl Charlier not back far in third. Chris Bassage fourth, Kevin Miller fifth. Drystad is sixth. Halfway, 7 to go. Good battles all the way back through the field there, especially in the top 10. Bassage pushing high. He'll lose some ground to Kerry Gasser. Daryl Charlier now nipping at his heels. 6 laps to go. J.J. Bamage Rider, an earlier caution, trying to charge his way back up into contention. Kerry laps the 9 of Ted Beaver. They're side by side behind her for second now. No more as Charlier gets pinned behind the lap car. 5 laps to go. Denny Nakutis brings out the caution. Your leader gets by on the inside, Kerry Gasser. 5 laps to go. She continues to lead. Here comes the Midway Missile, though. He's going for it on the high side. Gasser down low, Charlier up high, coming off of 4. It's still Kerry Gasser, but here comes the midway missile. Car length between them. This is where he makes his hay. Off at 2 on the outside. There he goes. Charlier leads. The brothers Bassett racing for 3rd and 4th. But turn 4 is a little tricky up high. Continues to keep the momentum. Charlier in front with 3 to go. I think it's Daryl's girlfriend's birthday, so usually when there's a birthday in the family, he wins a feature. Kerry would have been happy without the last caution. 2 laps from the checkered flag. J.J. Bamitrider has rallied to 5th. Little sparks there between he and Tom Martinek. So Charlier came from 18th to 2nd in the crate late models. Not a bad night's work, and he's a lap away from getting another win in the E-Mods. This would be his 3rd, but we've got a caution. J.J. Bamitrider. He can't stand prosperity tonight. Comes forward, but the second time he'll bring out the caution and have to go to the back, and that means we must run 2 consecutive green flag laps. 2-lap shootout. Daryl Charlier trying to claim his 3rd E-Mod win of the season. And now Mike Bassett. Oh, we got another spin. Bruce Drystad in the 18. He's collected by the 48 who kept going. Green is back out. Three wide into 1. Charlier in front, but now Bassett trying to get by Gasser for 2nd. Mike into 2nd. Will he have anything for the 12 car? Charlier up on the wall. 1 lap to go. Chris Bassett 4th, the battle for 5th. Tom Martinek averages it off at 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes the W.J. Beitler, Boza Communications, Tri-State Motor Storage 12. Daryl Charlier, the midway missile, wins his 3rd in the E-Mods. Mike Bassett 2nd, Kerry Gasser 3rd, Chris Bassett 4th, Tom Martinek 5th. Came from 18th to 2nd in the crate lates and wins the E-Mods. Not a bad night. Wow, you passed a lot of cars tonight.
Yeah, it's been a busy night, huh?
He's 18th to 2nd in the crates and 1 better in the E-Mod.
Yeah, there's a lot of can't speak. I'm out of breath. A lot of people I got to thank for that. You know.
What was the problem earlier tonight in your other car?
Carburetor problem. So we put the old carburetor back on and ran like a champ.
This division, did you have any chance to win this race without that late caution?
No, I was kind of hoping for every caution I could get until I started leading, and then I was kicking myself in the butt. But yeah, the cautions definitely helped me out.
Another birthday and another win. What is it with you and birthdays?
I don't know. Today's my girlfriend's birthday, so I might have to start taking reservations for people to see if I could.
Is there any more birthdays left?
Not that I know of.
So you're done here. You're hoping you're not done.
I'm hoping, and if anybody has a birthday, just let me know. Hopefully I could get a couple wins for you.
All right, folks. How about a nice hand for Daryl Charlier, your winner in the E-Mods. Hey, let's go 3 wide for the lead right off the bat into turn 1. It's Jake the Snake Simmons on the outside. Down the back chute into 3-year leader. Teammate Danny Rich second. Nick Kachuba trying to hold on to third. Bill Robertson's right there on his inside, and Joe Anthony's a close fifth. It'll be Robertson, Anthony, and Kachuba into one. Anthony, the 69, now third. Team X running 1, 2, 3. Have you been X'd? Jake Simmons, your leader. Rich, Anthony, Kachuba, and Robertson. Three laps down. Simmons trying to win his second feature in a row. He was the big winner of the special last Saturday night. Got teammate Danny Rich trying to close the gap. Anthony third, Kachuba fourth, Bill Robertson trying to hold on to fifth. Pat Hanley is a close sixth. Craig Kamaker is seventh. We got a spinner up in turn 3. It keeps it going. That's the 20 of Mitch Waddle up in 4, excuse me. Mitch, you get the star of the night. He is in the pits. Danny Rich trying to get ever so closer to the 68X of Jake Simmons as they roll into one. Definitely is closed in a car length or 2. We're almost to halfway, getting close to the halfway mark. Pat Hanley now fifth and trying to track down the fourth place car of Nick Kachuba as the Danimal looks to the inside of Jake Simmons. Can't make it stick coming off of 4. Trail him down the front stretch into 1. Almost wheel to wheel now in turn 2. It's Simmons, still your leader by just a car length. Less than that as the Danimal dives in on the inside of Jake the Snake. Halfway this time. It's still Simmons now by a half a car length. We got a problem with the 10 of Nick Kachuba. Was running in the top 5. Kachuba was running 5th. The Colonial Beer, Claren Javrone Chiropractic, North Park Clubhouse, Chevy drives off. Danny Rich trying to take the lead away from Jake the Snake again. Teammate Joe Anthony and then Pat Hanley to 380. Team X, last time they ran 1, 2, 3, we saw pile up on top of one another. The Danimal is now in front. Hanley off the inside. Has the 380 third and very close to second. Kamaker's up to 5th now. Whoa, 68X, 69X, I tell you, those cars, oh, bam. Steve Webb just put a hurting on Team X. The 27 got in there late after the 68X and the 69X came together. I don't know what it is about the X gang, but when they start racing together, there's usually trouble that follows. Green is out. It's Danny Rich in front of Pat Hanley, Craig Kamiker. Bill Robertson trying to get around Bob Schwartzmiller for fourth. The 380 auto auction, Kerr Road Supply, Studer Tool 380 challenging the Damage Incorporated Graphics Simmons Window Cleaning 67X. Bill Robertson now dives into third. In the Schwartzmiller Ground Maintenance Mad Custom Exhaust Imperial Tire Automotive 1B. Then it's Bobby Schwartzmiller to Craig Kamiker with problems in the 72. Craig Kamiker pitting. Robertson still third, Schwartzmiller fourth, and Bob Heim, Nick Kachuba, and Jake Simmons have a battle going. 2 laps to go. Danny Rich trying to win. He had one win earlier this year, but in a different car. It might have been the same car. We'll have to ask the Daniel. I think it was the same car. 1 lap to go. He won the Red Miley Memorial on July 1st. He's a half a lap away from win number 2 in 2007. Pat Hanley chasing him to the finish. And the Danimal's going to win it. Pat Hanley's second. Bill Robertson's Jim Pallett comes home third, Bob Schwartzmiller fourth, and Jake Simmons recovers for fifth. All right, Danny Rich, second win of the year. He likes these Memorial nights. On the Red Miley Memorial, now wins the Nick and Emma Guerin Memorial. Same car, right? This is the same car you drove to the Red Miley win?
Yep, same.
So
car.
2 for 2 here with this thing.
Brought it out twice, won twice.
That's not bad odds.
Take it back home, put it away for the 1,000 to win race at the end of the year.
For the Rumors Show Bar one, part of the Pittsburgher. What did you think when you came around the track under caution and your 2 teammates were up there in the wall?
I was hoping, first of all, that I didn't have nothing to do with it, and second, I was thinking how much wire's left in the MIG welder at home, and yeah, there's going to be a lot of work this week.
It was a good battle you guys had going on. It's inevitable when these 3 cars get together that somebody ain't going to make it.
Well, me and Jake, I was running him clean. I mean, those ruts are bad down in 1 and 2. I was buying some pretty bad down there, but we ran probably, 6, 7 laps side by side at the beginning of it, and then, like I said, I'm not sure what happened behind me, but.
People you want to thank?
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and I'd like to say something about Nick Guerin. I was from McDonald. I knew Nick. I knew people that worked for him. I watched him build this track out here. I graduated high school in 1979, the year the place opened, and I sat up there dreaming, thinking I could do this. And, I mean, I know the night's about him. Everybody forgets him, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here.
But I'd like to thank Jake, Bunky, Joe, everyone that helps me, everyone that's on the car, and especially everyone that came out tonight.
All right, folks, the Danimal, Danny Rich, your winner in the Pure Stocks. Amateur Stock feature event, the final race of the night. Tony White, who won his first a couple of weeks back, grabs the lead. Sean Hatless in the 17 using the outside cushion known as the wall. So turn left in the middle of 3 and 4. Jason Herniak noses ahead of him for second. Davey Lee, who started back in 10th, is already up to 3rd in the 96. Davey Lee is 2nd. Bill Tennant is 4th. Tennant trying to get by Herniak for 3rd and does so in turn 4. Bill Tennant in car 2 is now 3rd. Davey Lee slowly closing in on Tony White. Look at the battle for 5th on back. Almost to halfway. Tony White's win came on July 21st. Davey Lee has won 8 times this year. Look at him close right in on the tail of White. Like a python poised to strike. 6 laps to go. Brian Hutchko in the 60 dead in the water here off of turn 4. Caution is out. Green is out. It's halfway. 6 down, 6 to go. Tony White looking for that career 2nd. He's going to get it. He's going to earn it. It's Davey Lee, who chased him home in his first win. Runs behind him. Bill Tennant still 3rd, and Jason Herniak 4th. Kurt Bish 5th in the double 0. Bill Tennant trying to duck underneath the singing sensation for 2nd. Past halfway, we've got 5 to go. Derek Stefanik on the outside of Kurt Bish challenging for 5th. Tony White not giving up that outside line. Davey Lee's going to pass him. It looks like he'll have to do so to the inside. He's got a little momentum trying to pull alongside on the back. Shoot. Tony White gets in harder and harder. Davey Lee to the inside. He's got the advantage in 4. Can he keep it? Tony White is back in front with 3 laps to go. And again, the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th, 7th, and 8th. Pretty good down the back chute. Tony White up a little higher than he'd like. Less than 2 laps to go. Davey Lee noses ahead in 4. Drag race, 1 lap to go. What a way to end the night. Singing Sensation leads that lap. He's going to leave room. Tony White tries to get back around on the outside. Down the back chute. It's lead by half a car length. White trying to pull even into 3. Tony now into 3 hard on the outside, trying to pass Davey Lee for the lead here on the final lap. It's going to be who? The Singing Sensation. Davey Lee wins again. Chips and pop and trophies. What more could a guy want? Right? Right?
Right.
Right. You had to work for that one a little bit.
Yeah, I tell you what, oh, them bumps almost rip your steering wheel out of your arm, out of my arms a couple times. It's like pretty wild, but you got to try something. He was in the high line. He's driving in there fast as I ever seen anybody do it. He's just throwing in there real good. Tony's getting real fast up there, and it's only one way to try it, and try to do that down around the bottom thing and see what happens. And it stuck there, I guess. And well, one time it slid pretty far, but the second time it stuck there somehow and got next to him. And it just tried to hold my line there because I was like right in the middle, so it was hard to pass there. So it worked out.
All right. People you want to thank.
I want to thank these people around me. Dave Mon right here. He's done marketing for me and helped me out in any way he could, and you know, he's just done a lot for me. And Cindy, I wanted to thank her. She's over there. She's a big fan of mine, and she made a couple T-shirts, and she made a scrapbook for me and had all the good pictures in it and everything. So I really appreciate those people give me support like that.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Davey Lee, your winner, the final race of the night on the Nick and Emma Guerin Memorial. Folks, thanks for coming out. Please take your time going home. Have a safe trip, and we'll look forward to seeing you next Saturday night